And it just shows, the evidence shows the difference of the sexes. But you up here claiming you want to be equal. You could never be equal. You don't have the logical brain. You're too emotional to be equal with us. And the creator of us knew that. And that's why he put us here to protect y'all. But y'all deviated from that because y'all wanted to be like us. Well, here you go. Here you go. Survive this. You see this? See, let me know if you can survive this right here. This element right here. Because I'll tell you, it's hot now because it's August, but I guarantee goddamn to you, knowing this place, in 2 months, it's going to be snow. Snow. And it gets cold than a motherfucker up in these mountains. It gets below zero up in these mountains. I mean, of all the places that you would want to be asked out in, this ain't the place. This, as affluent as it is, this ain't the place where you want to be asked out. You want to be indoors. Trust me, you want to be indoors in a place like this. I can't speak for other places, but in a place where you're, 5,280 feet above sea level, you want to be indoors in summer, especially during the winter time. And winter comes early. Winter definitely is coming here, and it's coming soon. Metaphorically and literally. Oh, this went in the part too. That's all right. That's cool. 'Cause I was at the point of delivering my coup de grace, but that's all right. That's cool. But you don't want to be stuck in a place like this. And like I said, you ain't got no guys of protection. You ain't got no money. But you'd be amazed though. And Denver, having the homeless issue that it has, the city has made efforts to create more homeless shelters and things so that people could, because that could happen to anybody. That's what I'm saying. I'm not here to mock this lady and her misfortune, but this ain't the first time that I've seen this, and I'm pretty sure it won't be the last. And you bitch, like I said, you feminazi bitches, then fucked up. And if you ain't got no nigga to take care of your stupid ass, it's only a matter of time before you suffer this bitch's fate and bitches before her. Because there was a female. There was a. I'ma go on be petty. There was a female. My first year I came out here. Yeah, it was actually I could say my first winter, but by the time I came out here in 2017, it pretty much already was winter. So I'm not really sure if that counted. But this was the winter of 2018. And there was a female who was staying over here. And mind you now, she was the ex-wife of a producer. A beta buck cup, as I call him. Or so she thought he was a beta buck cup. Because that's another thing about you bitches. Any nigga short of a Pac nigga, any motherfucker out here who's actually getting his life in order by engaging in fields that produce income, to y'all, that's the beta buck. The homeless thug nigga, the homeless the homeless rock star, that's excitement. That's who y'all like. Y'all give y'all's best to the worst of men. And like I said, this ain't no incel channel, bro. This is straight red pill MGTOW. I'm just calling it like it is. And it don't make no fucking sense though. It to me it just baffles me. And for me to even engage in someone who thinks like that, who operates like that, to me is just completely asinine. But I'm just pointing out that this is what y'all do. So, and this is a much older woman. I'm pretty sure this woman was like in her early 60s or some shit. But she was the wife of, I forgot exactly what it was he did. I want to say he was a pilot. So let's just say he was a pilot at the most, and or he was an aircraft mechanic at the least. One or the other. He worked at the DIA, the Denver International Airport. So this was clearly a producer. You know, high value man, if you will. Because clearly this nigga was making some bread. He was a breadwinner. She somehow, I don't know what the fuck she did, but she fucked that up. A black woman too, by the way. A so-called God-fearing Christian black woman, born again. Because you got a lot of these bitches talking about how they born again. They don't live that life no more. They didn't gave their life over to the Lord, and we know what that means. That in womanese, that means when I was young, I was fooling around, but now that I ain't got old and dusty and crusty, and niggas ain't checking for me like that, I might as well become repentant and get saved. Well, one time, this landlord with whom I live, in this house, she basically booted her ass out. She told her, "I want you up out my house," because she didn't have no job. So she couldn't produce no money, and there was some things that she was trying to get her to do, like, simple stuff that could have kept her out those elements. She wouldn't do that. And I'm like, bruh, beggars can't be choosers. You don't have the option. You do not have the option to refuse what this landlord lady, albeit who she is, and that's another video for another time, to refuse what she's asking you to do. Because it's either deal with her bullshit or deal with nature's bullshit, which again is sub-zero temperatures, snow, ice, freezing your ass off, which I found her doing. And I'm just bearing witness to all of this bullshit that was going on, like where she up here running through the house crying and whatnot, because the landlord lady was basically yelling at her like, "I want you up out my house." What? So, I mean, with evidence, like I said, with evidence like that, what you bitches gonna do? Because maybe you do live somewhere down south where I'm from, where you got those Indian summers, but you can't rely on that, especially where I'm from in Memphis. You don't know whether you're gonna get one of those Indian summers where you might be good, where it's 80 degrees in November or in December, or it might end up where you out there and that Indian summer don't show up, and I'm talking about Memphis, and you get one of those good old traditional winters like it used to be back in the Mid-South, when October, November, December rolled, and it's damn near 0 degrees. Because when I left Memphis, the year I left Memphis, they said it got down to 0 degrees and it snowed. See, that's the thing where, in Memphis, snow and cold ass weather isn't always guaranteed. But over here in the D, it's for damn sure. It's guaranteed. And you don't know when it's gonna come. We had a blizzard out in this motherfucker in March. Because the crazy thing about this place is that winter-like weather actually comes in the fall. It's like the blizzards come in the fall, and then winter gets here, And it's still cold than a motherfucker, and it still be snowing and shit. But it kind of mellows out. It's like it does this reverse thing where first, it'll be fall, but you see winter-like conditions, and then winter will come, but you see fall-like conditions, and then when spring comes, you see it's winter conditions all over again. It snow. In other words, it snows more in the fall and the spring than it does actually in the winter. So you don't know when those snowstorms are coming. Like I said, a whole blizzard, hit in March of this year. And I was meaning to do a video of that, but some happened to my camera. Yeah, my camera got fucked up. Cause I did do a video, but like I said, that last camera that I had fucked up on me. Oh, maybe this winter, or this fall. I mean, I'll definitely. I can give y'all concrete physical evidence of what Kevin Samuels is referring to when he says winter is coming. Because I'll probably make a video where it says winter is here. And it ain't even winter. It's like I said, officially, it won't even be officially winter. But proverbially and metaphorically, yeah, winter's here. And it ain't even December. We ain't even in the we ain't even in the winter solstice or the winter equinox. But here it is, all the snow. See, this is what a producer such as myself thinks about. The things that I need to do should anything fall apart. So that my ass is at least indoors somewhere, being protected from the elements. Be that worst case scenario, a vehicle. And a little less extreme than that, a homeless shelter. God forbid, Christ forbid. God forbid. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. But it's better than the fucking elements. Don't you think? Motherfuckers out here don't even think like that out here. You'll be amazed how many motherfuckers I've seen out here homeless, sleeping out in the fucking snow. A level above that would be an apartment, an affordable one. A level above, or a group home, which would be even better because the rent would be a lot less. And with luck and with proper preparation, condo, townhome, house that's somewhat affordable. These are the things that are on my mind. It ain't picking up one of you strags in the hopes and guise of getting some coochie. It's just not. I'm sorry. Those days, that's high school shit. That's college shit. Those days are over. And I'm here to tell you, y'all been sold a bill of goods with this feminism bullshit. Y'all set out and we saw it. We bore witness to what y'all did to motherfuckers like Bill Cosby, like Dr. Dre. Put niggas in jail, put niggas in perpetual alimony payments, ridiculous alimony payments, $300K a month. This bitch is going to make more than what medical doctors make in a year. Make that make sense. Yet, you American bitches are wondering why we ain't stepping to your ass like that. Make that make sense. If it weren't for the fact that there are women throughout the planet who are naturally feminine, understand that they are women, we would, in other words, if if the whole planet had been Americanized, we would have given up on women as a whole in the first place. But the way I see it, I'm going to be in this country for some time, and with that said, I'm going to be around American women for some time. So unless I run into some foreign chicks, it ain't even no sense in me, hoping and having hopes of, getting the, finding my lady luck someday, my better half or whatever. And that's another thing. Before I get off, I was going to make a whole video on this, but I think I'm just going to say what I got to say here and just leave it at that. Because let me just point out another bullshit lie that has perpetuated, throughout the ages, as far as so that we can get off this bullshit delusion. I'm pretty sure y'all have heard that there's somebody for everybody, that there's a female version of you. Take it from somebody like me, who's lived on this planet for 35 years. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. There ain't somebody for everybody. There might be somebody for most people, but there ain't somebody. I'm here to tell you, that's bullshit. That's utter bullshit. With me and my tale of two cities, as far as the life that I live, can I honestly say that there is a female version of myself on this planet? Knowing what I know about this ugly ass planet. And I don't call it ugly because of, the way the planet, the planet itself is beautiful. It's the inhabitants in it that make it ugly as fuck. It's the creatures dwelling on this planet that make it ugly as fuck. And with what I know about those creatures that dwell on this planet, can I genuinely say that there's someone out there for me? There's someone who thinks like me, acts like me, has the same kind of passions as I do. We have so much in common. And of course not. And y'all know the saying that I'm pretty sure y'all have heard the common phrase, if you were half the man that I was. Well, let me say this to piggyback off that. Even if there were a woman out there who was half of the female equivalent, the female version, if you will, the feminine version of who I am as a man, she still wouldn't be close, and she still wouldn't be hidden close to what I am and what I do and what I have done and what I plan to do. She still would miss. She still would miss the mark, and she still would probably be exhibiting signs and things that I just would be like, this bitch is driving me crazy. I just can't do this shit. I just can't do this shit. See, you ain't gonna hear that kind of talk on an incel channel. All you gonna hear from these incels, and I'm just saying this so you don't get this shit twisted, you ain't gonna hear this Elliot Rodger rhetoric where, oh, I dress good, I'm white, I'm half Chinese, I just don't understand why these girls are here picking the black guys. Why are they picking the black guys? We've done so much to make sure that these black guys are completely disenfranchised. We've gone out of our way to make sure that the black guys are fucked up in the game educationally, fucked up financially, and they're still choosing the black guys. Because it's my understanding that there was this dude, I believe it was Ohio, where he basically conspired to, and he was like a follower of Elliot Rodger, and he basically got FBI caught that ass for conspiring to go. I want to say it was like a college campus, and he was gonna go smoke some women. He was gonna, cause the girls ain't choosing me. We don't do that over here. I'm sorry. No. We're just here to tell it like it is. And, the fact that he would do something like that, and now he's probably got to spend the rest of his life in jail because, you conspired to commit mass murder, a mass shooting. It speaks volumes to the fact that the red pill does indeed save lives. And a little bit before that, wasn't there some rapper? I ain't even gonna try to remember his name, but wasn't there some rapper who committed suicide because his girl cheated on him and basically gave him the pink slip? Yeah. It speaks volumes to the fact that the red pill saves lives. Cause niggas be offing themselves, be offing the bitch, be offing motherfuckers who ain't had nothing to do with the shit. I'm telling you, bro. And let me say this. Call me a misogynist. If you're gonna call me a misogynist, call Esther Vilar, the author, the female author of The Manipulated Man. You're gonna have to call her a misogynist too, because she goes in. And I'm pretty sure in one of her books, she says what I'm about to say. Historically speaking, women have been the destroyers of civilizations. Name me a kingdom, a matriarchy, a civilization that was, like I said, matriarchal, predominantly female, that thrived for more than 2,000 years on this planet, and I'll show you a bridge that I have to sell your ass in Brooklyn. I got a bridge for your ass. I got a bridge to sell your ass in Brooklyn. What you gonna say, Cleopatra? And Cleopatra's Egypt? How long that shit last? Not very fucking long. What? Maybe 200? Well, I was gonna say 200 years. Because clearly, by the time she had died, I believe she committed suicide. My history's a little blurry because I don't study history like that. I study STEM. I study engineering. But it wasn't too long after Cleopatra had died, and the likes of, I believe it was Marcus Aurelius or whoever, was humping on her grave. And yeah, he actually was doing that shit. Probably exhuming her body, humping on her bones. Because, she was a master seductress, but she wasn't a patriarchal minded, what's the word? Yeah, I'm gonna make my way back over here. My night vision picked up some strags along the way. Just, that's it. You be having motherfuckers out here this time of night just roaming. As late as it is, it's probably 2 o'clock. In fact, yeah, it's 2:40. Shit. I wasn't even planning on staying out here this long. But that's alright. But, point is, and General Tito also did a video on this female-run kingdom or civilization down somewhere in the, like some group that broke off from the Incas. It was somewhere down in Central America, and how that shit hardly lasted 50 years. You know, Coach Greg Adams, he shows it all the time, and he shows receipts, like what females resort to when the chips are down, and what they always resort to, which he said it will either be basically two things. They're going to go back to the submissive ways, or at least try to go back to their traditional roles as a woman, trying to cook, trying to clean, trying to basically serve a man, or whoredom, prostitution. And he showed concrete evidence more than what I've been able to provide, because all I can provide you is word of mouth as far as what I've seen and experienced, where he's showing live footage of like San Diego, where prostitutes are out there, you know, just selling ass. So yeah, I'm making my way back. Yeah. So yeah, I'm about to cut this. Go ahead and cut this, because I'm here to tell you, bro. It is what it is. It is what it is. And a lot of y'all just fucked up. And I'm sorry for some of us, because Kevin Samuels was referring to coochie payments. I'm sorry, like, and a lot of y'all, like I said, some of these strags are so damn primitive that they honestly believe that they can just go up to a nigga and be like, like that's all we care about. It's so ironic too, because, you know, this lying ass society goes out of its way to make us out to be the sex hungry dogs, and make women out to be the ones who care about love and relationships and this and that. And that's just not the case. We now know that women are way more promiscuous than men, and that it's actually the men who romanticize and you know, look for relationships versus one night stands, where women will just be going around fucking on anything nilly-willy, on anything and everything. And I'm here to tell you that offering, you know, some of us, now a low class dude, yeah, you might be able to pull it off with him, sure, but most of us, we ain't gonna fall for, we're not gonna fall for the coochie traps, because we know that that's all you got when it's all said and done. And if you're coming at us with wild ass choosing signals that we know for a fact once upon a time your ass would have never came at us like that with, you're not gonna get in. I'm sorry, you're just not gonna get in. And a lot of you are not seductresses, much less master seductresses. Y'all don't know the first thing about seduction. Now, I'm sorry, wiggling your butt cheeks at a nigga, that ain't seduction. That's just whoredom. Offering some good ass head and some WAP ain't seduction. That's just whoredom. And you might be able to pull some shit off like that with some Negro, with some low-seated, low IQ class thinking Negro. And because I have the phenotype of a Negro, you're gonna come my way, and you're gonna be shocked when I turn you down, or when I just flat out ignore you, for that matter. Because we know, those of us who endured the planet know of this planet all too well to be falling for those kind of snares and traps. But when it's all said and done, sooner or later, A lot of y'all are just going to have to learn this the hard way. You insisted on the hard way anyway, so you're going to learn the hard way. And because you insist on learning the hard way, you're going to have to learn that a hard head makes a soft ass. And it's a hard way. It's a hard way to go too. It's a hard ass lesson for a hard ass world that's going to end up with you having a soft ass. And that's a fate. That's a fate I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. But it's a fate coming to a theater near y'all. So that's it. I'll see y'all in the next vid. I'm out.